With one of the WordPress sites I was modifying for somebody, they wanted this navigation bar here to be gray. It used to be white. They wanted it gray to match the top navigation bar. So in this screencast, I'm going to explain a little bit about how you figure out what styles to modify and best practices for modifying those styles. So I have two extensions that I really like. One is the Web Developer extension, which when you install it, installs a toolbar here. And the other is Firebug. And when you install that, you get a little bug in the lower right. But you also have some other menus that appear when you click things. So in order to find the style, this is how I like to do it. I'll right-click the element that I want to find the style of and choose Inspect Element. And this is going to launch the Firebug element inspector, whatever it's called. And here I can see that basically this element that I clicked is highlighted here, and it is inside the nav2 style. So on the right it shows the place in the style sheet where this nav2 appears. But I don't really like editing the styles within Firebug. It's a little clunky and it's kind of hard to just move around. So now that I know that it's nav2, I like to come over here and use the Web Developer extensions styles. So I can search for nav2, but you'll notice that up at the top I don't just have one tab. There are actually multiple style sheets associated with this site, and this is the main style, and you can look here at nav2. It actually doesn't have a background color defined. That's because this WordPress site comes with a lot of different themes. Some are blue, red, green, and so forth. So here, light blue, this is where the style is actually defined. So if I come down here, background color is white. So now you may be wondering, well, if it says white, why is it gray? I could have gone in here and just changed this to whatever color I wanted, but then it becomes a little tricky to remember what I've changed from the original and what I haven't, and what happens if I mess it up and I want to revert back. It just makes it a lot more confusing. So at least with Woo themes, they already have a custom style sheet, or you can just add your own, or you can just scroll down to the bottom of one of these styles and add it at the very bottom in your own little custom section. But I added it here in custom. I went down to nav2 and added a background color. So here, if I were to remove this, then this would turn white again. Now I also changed the style of the actual links and so forth right there, so I'd have to modify that as well. But now, one thing also to keep in mind is that style sheets, what am I trying to say? The last style sheet wins. So let's take a look at this. So let's take a look at the source code here. Whoops, I guess I've got something selected. View page source. Now in the header, it's calling the style sheets here. And the first style sheet is called here, but then the additional style sheets are called down here. The very last style sheet is custom CSS. So even though I've got a nav2 style declared in this style sheet, because I've also got it declared in this other style sheet, the last style sheet overrides any previous declarations I made in earlier style sheets. If custom CSS were higher and light blue were last, then light blue would win. So there's a certain hierarchy about which styles actually win out when there are multiple styles. Alright, I'm Tom Johnson at I'dRatherBeWriting.com. Come visit my blog and find lots of other WordPress tips and sign up for my WordPress tips newsletter. Thanks.